I think I took a shit in my neighbor's lawn.
Yeah. Well, I love you madly, dear, and I need you badly, dear. Why did you leave me here without your love?
Oh, bro, I'm hurting.
Well, in bed each night I lie, and I think of you and cry, and I tell you all above, bring back my love.
Before we know it, you're gonna have a nice little girl over here hanging out with you,
Yeah, nice little Asian woman, dude.
spending your goods.
Spending my goods, dude. She's gonna be out on the lawn, dude.
That's what they call Asian people. That's what they call things, goods.
Really?
I worked with them. Like, this is goods. That plant, these curtains, those are your goods.
It'd be sick, dude, having like a nice little Asian woman doing yard work for me, dude.
You should get one, man. I would.
How much do you think they're costing, dude?
It depends on how thick the hair is. It seems
Really?
like, that's what I noticed. The price difference is very much on the vitamin E intake.
Would they be offended if I was like, yo, how much?
I think you gotta get one of those Asian girls that likes McDonald's a lot. You can't go with one of those Asians that like are really Asian.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they own a bag of flour at their house.
Oh, like a noodle shop type
type of stuff like that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to handle that because there's just too much going on.
Yeah, it just smells like fucking shit all the time, dude.
Yeah, you need one. She's like, what do you want, a number 7? You're like, yeah, I love Chinese food. It's great.
Yeah, I gotta be careful with the Asian talk, dude, because I'm just joking around, but it's like sometimes you forget like the things you're saying. You know what I mean?
And you live in the neighborhood with them.
Yeah.
You
Can't
know.
disrespect my brothers.
No, but you get along with. I could tell you get along with Asians.
Yeah, man. They I don't know like what they're thinking, dude, but they just look confused all the time, and like I look confused all the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're like he's one of us.
And you know what it is? You guys are both quiet.
Yeah.
Like I talk to you, you're a real one-word answer. That's a real Asian thing.
Really?
They probably like that about you.
Fuck, man. Yeah, when I first moved here, dude, I went down to the park. It's like right there, dude, and there's like I walked into the park and there was just a shipping container filled with Asians.
Oh wow!
And they were just chilling, dude.
Man, it's like the Lower East Side, huh? Dude, I had a place on the Lower East Side, and I forget $600 a month, right on like Ludlow, and I moved the curtain. I was like, oh, this is a big window. And it was about 11 Asians stacked on top of each other, sleeping in the wall.
Holy shit!
Dude, people
dude.
were yelling. I moved the other curtain, about another 5 or 6 of them. It was
They
about
were
30.
they were sound asleep. They're playing hide and seek or
Yeah,
something.
well, they were one had like a little video game they were playing. It was like that was their room. There was lights, dude.
Yeah, and dude, I'm not even fucking around though. I'm not talking about like a cargo ship.
Yeah,
I just mean like they were chilling, dude. They were like man cave chilling. Like that's like a hangout spot for them.
I just
thought it was crazy to be hanging out in a shipping container. You know what I mean?
That's their culture, dude.
Really?
Like I did a lot of moving jobs in Chinatown, and they split the floor and they crawl around. You hear them like, thump, 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 thump. Dude, you'll hear them on the second floor. They go because those apartments are like 10-foot ceilings. They cut them in half, dude. You ever go down to one of those?
No.
Yeah, dude.
Like
It is. It's Lower East Side's expensive, but those apartments in Chinatown, man, the ceilings are 4 foot high.
what do they call them? Like flex apartments?
I think so. Yeah. It's like mid floor. There's floor 1A and 1B.
You lived in one?
No, I did a moving job in one.
Oh, really?
I remember I was freaking out at first because I was banging on. I said, "There's something in the ceiling." He was like, "No, it's our neighbors. They're up there." And those things are tough. I would live in one though. I lived in a storage unit once. Tall ceiling.
Damn. Yeah, I've seen a lot of clips of you talking about like places you've lived, dude. You just fucking.
I lived at McDonald's in Times Square when I first moved to New York.
Yeah.
They hated it. I found a loophole, dude. I was able, and everybody was cool with it because they didn't see. They got strict with me because I looked poor, and they were like, "Yeah, you got to buy something every half hour if you want to stay here." And that was like I heard angel bells. I was like, "Oh, there we go."
What was your go-to
33-cent cookie
Really?
every half hour.
And they just let you like take shits there and like.
I did everything. I'd read the newspaper. I'd make phone calls. It was right in Times Square.
Yeah.
I lived at that McDonald's.
How did it change you? Like, how did it change your like personality and stuff?
I would say it gave me a crick in my neck. Like when you sleeping at a McDonald's is hard.
Yeah.
It kind of gave me that caveman number 3. Like how'd you get your hunch? That's how I got mine, living at McDonald's.
Just looking at the ground, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
Looking
I'm
for
scared.
change?
Scared to look at people, man. It gets bad as you age, though, dude.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean?
I got those things I lay on them, those wheels.
Yeah. Someone told me, if you have trouble like making eye contact with someone, just like look at their left shoulder.
Yeah.
And then they'll fuck off.
Old Mayweather trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe because you're not looking at them. I don't know.
But dude, I feel like people find that like a sign of weakness, dude. If you're not looking at them, you know what I mean?
You know what? There's a balance, because if somebody's looking me in my eye too much, then it's like, bro, what are you, weird?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like another man looking me in my eye when he's sipping a drink. You ever just have somebody look at you and they're just, it's like, dude, don't be swallowing liquid looking me in the eye.
Yeah, that's how kids used to get bullied back in the day, dude.
Yeah.
If you were like a senior, or if you were like a freshman, like a senior would just look at you. You know what I mean? Just see like how you reacted.
Bro, I always got bullied by kids shorter than me. Even to this day. I don't know if you have that problem, but
Yeah.
guys, they're like 5'3". I just had an incident. I was downtown McDougal Street Ale House across the street from the Pair. And I'm playing pool. I got pretty good at pool on the cruise ships. And I go into the place, and there's this little short dude. He keeps asking to play. He keeps saying, I put my quarter down. I'm trying to play with these girls, so whatever. He gets into an argument, telling me he put his quarter down. So I already knew the dude's 2 inches shorter than me. There's going to be a problem. So whatever. I let him play. And dude, here's the thing. I was sneezing a lot. You ever just get the sneezes? I'm allergic to like certain colognes. And I swear he had on that Curve cologne. Like, remember that shit, Curve? It's like gold. You get a TJ Maxx. But he had that shit on. Bro, I'm sneezing like crazy in this little bar. And we're playing pool. And he's saying I'm playing sloppy because I'm sneezing. And the ball's going in the pocket. He's like, dude, that's luck. He's getting mad. He's like, the ball moved when you sneezed. And he's all like, I knew it was a height thing. He kept bringing it up. Then it's this dude's turn, and he's crawling on the table, like back all arched. He's short. He can't play pool normal. He's all looking at me. Balls are moving everywhere. I'm like, dude, what's going on? I'm sneezing still. We're playing for $5 a ball. I'm sneezing like, dude, 30 times a minute. Like, I don't know why. People thought I was pranking the dude, like being funny. Finally, a dude wants to take me outside to fight me. I'm not even joking, dude. Like 3:30 in the morning because I'm sneezing on the fucking dude. Dude, we go outside and I'm sneezing like directly in this dude's face, man. And it's at a point to where he runs away from me. I couldn't even fight the guy.
You like covering your mouth or just letting it rip?
I was putting it in my shirt and using my jacket, but dude, it was every second.
Yeah.
Even the bouncer, he's like, yo, you know, if you got to sneeze, man, you just step outside. It's like, because dude, I just couldn't not sneeze.
Yeah.
We're playing $5 a ball. I can't go outside.
You think he was wearing like Marshall's cologne? You think that's what it was?
I don't know if it was the cologne or somebody vaping. Bro, it caught me off surprise.
Yeah.
Although I was kissing a girl too, and she told me she was doing coke all night.
Oh, wow, man.
I don't know if there was an allergic reaction.
You
to
were
that.
making out with a chick at the bar?
Yeah, I was kissing this girl.
Maybe that's why he was mad, dude.
Yeah, nothing's worse than a short dude trying to talk to girls.
Yeah, maybe you stole his girl, man.
It might have been his girl.
Bro, I've never been able to make out with a chick like in public.
Oh, dude.
You just go all in?
If you can't make eye contact, then you definitely ain't doing that.
Yeah, so you just went all in, dude. You didn't care about the
Do
people
you
around
drink?
you?
You're sober.
No, I mean, I drink every once in a while.
I mean, if I'm sober, I'm not making out with a girl in public. But a couple of drinks. Yeah, dude, I was making out with this girl. My lips got numb. That's why she told me she was doing coke all night. She tried saying it was lip gloss. I'm like, yeah. Do you have $100 more of it? That lip gloss.
So you're not thinking about like, you're not like nervous about the people around you?
When I'm making out, I mean, I guess I do a little bit. People will tell me, they'll be like, I remember I left, I went to a comedy club, did a show, and this was on the road. This wasn't in New York, but it wasn't even a real comedy club. It was like one of those Holiday Inn things. But at the hotel, they give you a hotel room, like the Holiday Inn. I brought this girl back there, and I was drinking pretty heavy at this time. This is like 4 years ago. And I remember the doorman video recording it. He's like, man, you wrong for this, man. Ooh. She's too old, man. That's an elderly woman.
Yeah, I could see you making out with older women, dude.
Dude, we did it. You know, I spent the night, made out with her. And I'm not even making this up, bro. I actually got disgusted. Now I'm not as judgmental. I was younger than early 30s, but I woke up with her teeth on the dresser, bro.
Oh man.
Now it could have been some gum disease or something, but you know, I looked at her arm. I didn't have the heart to look at her. You ever see Vanilla Sky when he kills the girl and he's pulling the pillow back? Dude, I just pulled the yellow pillow back enough to see those old people spots, and I left.
Ooh, damn.
You know, and there were some big ones.
Damn, dude, we used to have the day before Thanksgiving, we'd all like meet up at like a hometown bar.
Oh, dude, that's a huge party day.
Yeah, and this dude was like, he was like talking me up to this old woman, bro.
Yeah.
But like, dude, this
How
is
old?
like, you got to realize like everyone who was there was like from my town. So this is like people's moms hanging out. And dude, this lady just came up to me and started making out with me. It was
Nice.
It was someone's mom.
Now, did you keep going?
Nah, dude, I was like, get the fuck away from me, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the best vengeance?
Well, dude, that's like going to a high school reunion and like making out with someone's fucking mom.
Or their wife, you know?
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. One time this chick was like, I was at a party and she was like wicked hot and it was Halloween, dude. You remember like Halloween parties?
Yeah.
Dude, that was like titty city, bro. That was like,
Oh,
you
it
remember
still
preparing
is.
for that? Yeah, that's like,
I never went to any. I was like, you know, I was too.
really?
Yeah, I was too broke to ever buy a costume. I never had more than $20 to my name my whole life.
Dude, you don't you just go without wearing a costume.
I mean, I did that one time. I painted my face red, but
Yeah, just shit on your fucking forehead, dude. Just
Yeah.
like get some, you know.
those were the best, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, this chick was like I dressed up as a gay cop
Oh, that's the best.
back
way to
when like
go.
cops were cool and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was wearing like these wicked short shorts, dude. I wasn't really wearing any underwear. I was just free
Oh,
balling
you
it.
did some freak way.
And I was like emotionally talking to this chick. I was like, there's nothing you could do that could throw me off. And she just started making out with me, dude. And I started getting hard as a rock.
Yeah. The gay way in, that's the best way.
But dude, can you imagine getting a hard on? Like in front of people?
Yeah, I could.
You would just let it rip.
Yeah. Dude, no.
No
do you
underwear,
think-
dude. You would just let it fucking fly.
Do you think she did that because do you think you were playing? Because you're a good actor. I've seen you, dude. You could do some shit. Like, think she just thought you were gay and she just thought you were just a gay
Probably,
dude
yeah.
dressed
I
as
mean,
a
that's what
cop.
most chicks think, yeah.
That's the gay way in's the best way. My father taught me that.
Yeah. So
There's
you
girls
just,
to
just
this
to
day-
say you're gay or just to be
Yeah,
yourself?
gay and stuff. Tell me
Yeah.
like boys. Like, for real, I've done it.
Really?
Yeah, dude. And there's girls to this day that think I'm gay that make out with me randomly. He's
Damn.
my gay best friend.
They're trying to like turn you over to the dark side?
Well, the thing is, you know, they invite you out. You haven't seen them in a while, and they're
Yeah.
married with kids now. And it's like, you know, they like to run downstairs and kiss you in front of their husband.
Would you hang out with like a group of hot chicks? Like if they, under the circumstance that you thought, like they thought you were gay?
Yeah,
Like just go to sleepovers and stuff?
I would do that. I'm jealous we didn't think of that growing up.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, how are you gonna, like, you just gonna whip your dick out during like Guitar Hero or something?
But you could. You know, if we would have known better when we were younger, we would have painted our nails, grew our hair out long, you know? Maybe some lipstick.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
girls
is that
would've
gay though?
Nah, but I mean, girls like it. You see what they do now.
Yeah, or you could just fuck a dude.
Yeah, you know,
Like
go
really
all the way
set,
for
set
it.
the tone, man.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine quit drinking because, you know, I ended up, my cousin turned him. You know, my buddy was drinking a lot, you know, and then, I don't know, we all went camping. He met my cousin. I was cracking a little joke. I'm like, oh, it's my buddy Meat, you know, like off that movie Porky's. I'm all like, yeah, they call him Meat. He was like this big weightlifter. And I was like, it's not because of his muscles. So, you know, my cousin's joking around with him a little. He's like, oh, why do they call you Meat? And then I don't know, about 3 weeks went by and I was driving home from the bar like 3 a.m, seeing my buddy's car at his house.
This is
Yep.
all dudes.
It was just, I think it was just 2 of them, just my buddy and my
Yeah.
cousin. And I don't know if they were playing cards or what, but
Well, you said you went camping. Was it just all dudes when you
oh
were
yeah,
camping?
but we slept on the floor.
Yeah.
No, it was actually girls. That's the crazy part.
Oh shit.
Gay girls. I ended up making out with one. I made out with a lesbian. I tried turning her.
What happened?
She was like, I'm gonna throw up.
Damn.
That's what she told me. She was like, I can't believe I just kissed a guy.
Holy shit.
I'm like, I'm a nice dude. Like, I was like, you know.
They had this dude who was schizophrenic in my high school, bro, and like I guess during sleepovers, like during like tent sleepovers, he would just start jerking you off in the middle of the night, dude.
Wow.
Like, dude, can you imagine that?
Dude, that's buddy.
I'd fucking lose my mind.
Imagine sleeping over there. Yeah, what are you going to do
Pitch
then?
black and at 10, dude, you just start getting a fucking HJ.
Yeah, we pranked my buddy. He was asleep. We warmed up this hot dog with the toaster strudels, like icing.
Yeah.
And he was sleeping, and I had it through the zipper in my pants. I'm all rubbing it on his lips. He's like, stop. Stop putting your dick on me. He's laughing, bro. Like,
Holy shit.
And then I go, it's a hot dog, and he freaks out because he doesn't eat pork. I was all smacking it on his face. He didn't care it was a dick.
Dude. Some guys are like super homophobic. I think those are the real gay dudes.
My buddy, actually, I didn't hang out with him then. My parents wouldn't let him, but he would have everybody measure their dick on his wall.
Really?
Yeah, like you'd write
Flaccid
your
or
name next
hard?
to it. Well, I guess flaccid, and you'd stretch it out.
Well, that's not
they
fair.
were kids. They weren't trying to get too serious, you know. But yeah, and his mom used to always come around. You know, the buddy's mom is always the best. I lived with a kid for a little bit, and his mom was one of those girls. She got off dope real bad, and she was divorced, and she moved into his attic. And dude, guys would just come over all the time, and he'd be sitting there. We'd be playing Madden, and these guys would come over, and he'd just turn up the TV. You just hear like the mom getting right upstairs. And bro, for like loud, and he'd turn up the TV, and then the guy would come downstairs all wiping his forehead, all sweaty. Okay, I see you later. It would be like some construction guy saying we caught hip to the dude's mom was just a hoe, man. Like just a straight up whore.
You ever think about like dropping your nuts on her face?
We all started just popping in a room where like, yeah, we found out a secret. Like just go up there and act like you're looking for his cat, because he had a cat that would always run out. And bro, all of us, man, there was just dudes coming over left and right. He's like, man, I really got the party house now, because he always wanted friends, dude. It was crazy. People would be distracting him.
You ever see her beanbags?
I seen her. Yeah, I mean, she was like older too. I mean,
Yeah.
I dated her for a couple weeks.
Something about like people's moms' tits, dude, are just wild to think
Well, you
about.
know, your buddy, like what he did to him, you could kind of tell, you know, because you see him. You're like, hey, bud, you should have took it easy on your mom's tits a little.
Yeah.
You know, she was divorced.
I remember
Yeah, some of those moms.
Yeah, this woman who lived down the road from me, dude, my friend's mom, she had like fucking back problems because her tits were so big. And I remember I saw them once because they were like, they had like a wicked nice house, and they had one of those sliding doors for the bathroom.
yeah.
And I didn't know if it was open or closed. I just opened it up, dude, and I saw like his dad like jerking off.
Damn.
And then his mom was like completely naked, dude.
How long did you stand there looking?
For like 3 seconds.
Oh, you let the little hesitation in there. Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah. But, I mean, dude, I'll remember that for the rest of my life, man.
Yeah. Are you still friends with the dude?
I'm going to close this window, dude. There's like planes going by.
Yeah. Man, dude, you got the setup, man. Yeah, this is like one of those uncle's apartments that don't have kids, you know?
That's what I'm trying to make it, man. Just to have I'm at that age, bro, where it's like I got to get a man cave going.
You could be a real cool uncle.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting like an indoor basketball hoop, maybe like a little putting green, dude.
Get the laundry thing. Well, you got the TV, you got the big couch, dude.
Yeah, I just like haven't really like set the tone yet. Like I don't like jerk off in here or anything. Like a lot of dudes I know who have man caves, they're like, dude, you got to jerk off like midday.
Yeah, dude, I remember I had a nice spot in the Bronx. You ever have one of those places like high up, 4th floor? You don't need no curtains.
Nah, I've never been past the first.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude, you got to get no curtains.
Really?
I had no curtains, dude. I was doing whatever. Walking around naked, never had clothes on, had the air on.
Oh, so you had like people could see you naked?
Well, I was on the 4th floor. There was nobody around. I was in the Bronx. It was just trees behind me.
Oh, really?
And, you know, one time, dude, I'm fucking, you know, I hate to say it, you know, I'm in there, you know, I'm toasting the strudel, you know. Sure enough, I see this dude knocking on the window. The landlord's fixing the house. He's like, I sent an email and said I'm fixing. What are you doing? Dude, he's looking right at me. I'm covering up. I'm like, buddy, what? Like, come on, can you go downstairs? You know, I had to move out of the place.
Really?
Yeah,
Because of that?
He stabbed somebody. I stayed there after that for a little bit.
Wait, he stabbed someone?
He stabbed one of the workers that he had.
Jesus
They got
Christ.
into an argument. Dude was wild. He'd be bringing home hookers all the time.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, teaching them how to read and shit. It was crazy. There'd be little books and stuff.
Damn. You think, like, if you were jerking off, though, and you were about to come, you think you just keep going, though?
I mean, if he's there,
Yeah.
nah, I ain't doing that. I know a dude one time, man, he was so mad at somebody. We all worked together. We were overnighting on a gig, like it was a construction thing, that he busted all over the dude's clothes.
Oh, man.
Yep, the dude was at work with splooge on the back of his pants. Like, he was telling everybody, that's some shit that can get you killed. I just seen that viral TikTok video. Did you see that one? It's in a laundromat somewhere, and this girl's like, he just nutted on my leg. And this dude's running out of the laundromat. She's like, that man nutted on my leg. And you just
That's
see
the
him.
thing? Dudes are just jerking off on people?
Yeah, that's a thing in the Bronx, I think.
Damn.
Queens. I'm sure they do it out here in Flushing. That actually originated in Japan.
Just jerking off on people?
Yeah, like the buses and shit. You know, in Japan, the camera phones, even if you go silent, it still makes the sound that's taking a picture. Like our phones, we could take a picture if it's on silent. You're not going to hear ka-chink. But, you know, that was a bad choice. Whatever the camera sounds like. You're not going to hear that in Japan because they have to make it loud.
I honestly thought you were dropping a joke right there.
All the perverts that fucking do underskirt pics in Japan and shit.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you should keep a straight face next time and write that down, dude.
I want to go to China, man.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to China.
Yeah, one of my boys went to Tokyo. He did some comedy over there, and he said it was chill.
Yeah, Tokyo was a blast. I went to Tokyo. I would have loved to do stand-up. Dude, the flight stewardess, even, they weigh them. Isn't that crazy? A stewardess was telling me.
They weigh the...
In Tokyo, like, even in the New York airport, like, if you want to fly to Tokyo as a steward, you get weighed. The girl was telling me.
Damn.
They're like old school Japan.
They don't fuck with fat people?
That's how it used to be back in the day. Like, you know, you had your uniform, your little mini skirt. They always wanted, like, some little flight steward. And a girl was telling me, she goes, oh, yeah, they weigh us.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go to Japan, dude, and fucking peel out in my Honda Fit, dude.
You'd have a blast down there. A lot of raw type of food, meats and fish. Everything tastes great, though, man. The women are beautiful, dude. Everything. They're like 10 years ahead of us.
Yeah, yeah.
In Japan, they got the bidet. It's got like 5 different settings. They even got, you know, they got some stuff.
I just don't know what Chinese people laugh at, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you think they have a sense of humor?
Oh, well, I know Japanese do. They're always giggling. Dude, you go up, they'll give you a briefcase.
Well, if you want to see some funny shit, you just watch the Little League World Series, dude. You ever see Japan's team?
No.
Just
Little
like
League Japan?
Yeah, dude, they're so fucking...
Wild.
Oh, yeah, dude. Nah, dude, just baseball.
Oh, but it's Little League?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You never seen Little League Baseball, dude?
No.
Oh, it's a big deal, bro. They take it, like, seriously.
Oh, you mean the thing that's under the major leagues?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about fucking 13-year-old kids, dude.
But wait, don't they use a softball in Little League? That's got to be big for their little hands.
No, dude. They're using regular baseballs. You've never seen the Little League World Series, bro?
No, but I'll tell you what, I'm friends with a grown man that played softball professionally.
Oh, yeah, that's gay, dude.
But, dude, imagine, you know, you just got that big-ass softball, you're 34, your family's watching you pitch that thing.
Yeah.
It's got to feel
It's got to be fucking terrible, man.
I'd do it.
I played it for 1 year, dude, like the softball league, the men's softball league. And during the championship game, this kid hit a home run. And there's fucking, literally, like, there's no one there, dude. It's at, like, a high school. And, dude, he crawled up on the fence and started, like, shouting. I was like, dude, your wife's cheating on you. Like, what are you doing? Like, I just couldn't.
That's that dude's dream.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to play baseball growing up.
Why not?
I tried out for T-ball, and I hit myself in the back of the head with a bat somehow. I was swinging. Dude, my dad's like, you just don't got coordination. So.
Yeah, that's what I did when I tried boxing once.
Oh, yeah.
This dude was just showing me how to throw an uppercut, dude, and I fucking punched myself in the face, dude.
Man, I'll tell you, first time I ever got molested was when I was boxing, honestly. Dude, true story. I was boxing. I was taking it really serious.
Yeah.
And I was at the fight somewhere, and this guy's like, how you feeling? You feeling strong? Dude, he's feeling my hands and everything, checking. He's pushing down my stomach. Then I said, hey, man, who are you? And he got real scared and walked away. Dude, I swear on everything. And I'm like... I went out there, I beat the shit out of my opponent. I was so angry. Dude, I'm like, nobody knew who the guy was.
Is that molesting someone, though?
He had his hands all up inside my shorts.
Oh, it was in your crotch?
He's checking for a hernia. And I'm like, dude, who are you anyway? What's your name?
You think he thought you were carrying something?
I think the dude just figured, he's probably still doing it. I should have turned him in.
Oh, so you think he's doing it just to fucking get some
I think he just
action?
figured out a loophole. One day he just tried and it worked. It's like when you normally flirt with a girl, you be like, hey, what's up? You're looking good. But then you find that loophole to where you're like, I'll pay your cell phone bill. Where you're like, nice outfit. It's like a way to not look like a creep.
So you think that dude's just giving hand jobs?
I think he's definitely doing something
He's
wrong.
giving like legal hand jobs.
I think
He's
doing
living his
something
dream.
wrong. He was showing me, brought pictures of magazine of weightlifters, and he's like, I can make you look like that. It was like all these oiled up. It was like Lou Ferrigno and shit.
Damn, you must have got a lot of that when you were younger. Like people being like, "Yo, I can make you look like
Dude,
fucking
I was
Hercules."
easy to
Dude.
manipulate.
Really?
Very easy. One time I went on an Ensure diet. Somebody told me, they said, just drink Ensure.
Yeah.
I guess his grandmother was doing it and losing weight. Till I was like 9 years old, I was living on Ensure for the summer. I had black circles under my eyes. I was like just efficient and everything. But when I stick my mind to it, I get it done.
Yeah. That's what I did with a fucking shake weight, dude.
Oh,
You remember those things?
Dude, I wish I always wanted one of them things.
Oh, dude, I was literally in my mom's basement listening to fucking Till I Collapse, just going like this as hard as I could, dude.
It.
But dude, low key, those things get you fucking ripped, bro.
Now, did your mom or father ever like question you? Did they ever give you the birds and bees talk or say, hey, Johnny Salami, it's all right if you like, do you like girls? Would you like to date women or men one day?
Nah, man, I think my mom still thinks I'm gay, dude.
Yeah. My father did for a long time. I'd bring home
How did he
girls.
break it to you? Like,
he would just say, listen, it's all right if you experiment with your friends, just don't like it too much, you know? And then, I remember me and my brother looked at my dad's friend Hank like, what? We didn't get what was going on.
Yeah.
But, I felt like I always had to prove it to my dad. I like girls. I'd be bringing home girls, showing them girls,
Mm-hmm.
But who
So you think
knows?
if you were gay, he would have been like pissed?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't have grew up gay. Not in my house.
Well, you're like Italian too, right? They don't fuck with that.
Yeah. I mean, I just couldn't. I had a friend of mine one time. He got all pilled out one time, showed up over my house. I was taking care of him. He wore a dress and shaved his legs, and he was straight. He was just one of these guys that he was always down for whatever the girl wanted to do.
Yeah.
And she wanted to go to the gay bar and pick up a dude, and she told him, dress up like a girl. Somehow she talked him into it. I don't know. He was on Klonopins. Bro, this dude's in a skirt, man. Cops show up at my house. I come home from work. He busts out my windows, and it's like all my uncles heard on the CB radio shit was going on at the house.
Yeah.
And I remember they all showed up. They're looking at me. It's like I got a guy in a dress at my house with shaved legs, no underwear. He's fighting cops. They're all like, Dom.
Dude, how old were you?
I was like 19. I moved out young.
Damn. So they were before the time.
Yeah, they were ahead of the game on that one for sure.
Because, dude, even when I was growing up, like, being gay was, like, kind of gay.
I wonder what was when I was growing up.
I was
can't
like,
even think.
I always got scared being around dudes. Like, I was always scared I was going to get, like, a boner, dude.
Well, remember back when we were growing up, it'd be adult gays. They would lower them way into children. Like, that was a lot more acceptable back in the early 2000s.
Well, my mom, I think both of my mom's brothers were gay, dude.
Yeah?
Or, like, at least one of them. And one time my mom was like, yeah, we're going on vacation to Provincetown.
Uh-huh.
She brought this dude.
Oh, dude, the Providence?
Provincetown.
What, is that Rhode Island?
P-Town, brother. It's
Yeah.
like the gayest place on
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like
I
a little
thought Rhode Island.
it's like an island off Cape Cod, dude.
Oh, okay.
And it's gayed out, dude. It's the gayest place.
Tucked in shirts.
Yeah, like fucking there's like literally like a fucking fair every day, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. But I was there with this dude and I knew nothing about him. He was just like a regular dude, and my mom told me after that he was gay. So like those types of gay, like the old school gay dudes, you can't even tell they're gay.
Yeah.
They're just regular dudes who love anal.
Some of these dudes now, too, it's like you can't tell. Like, you think they're gay, but they're straight. Like, I'll hang out with a comic, and for 20 minutes, he'll talk in detail how he would blow LeBron James. And then I'm just be like, man, I'm not gay. It's cool you like talking about that stuff. He'd be like, I'm not gay, but, it's LeBron. And I'm just like, dude, that's gay, though.
Yeah.
A little bit,
I get like that sometimes, dude.
I've had friends describe it, dude. We had this one kid, dude. We were messing with him. I don't know what was going on. My buddy was pranking him. We were all in high school, and my buddy would take his dick out when we were washing cars. We all worked at a car wash, and he would just take it out and it'd be washing the car, and the other kid would be washing the car, and you just see the dick bouncing around. And dude, so I don't know, for whatever reason, we start manipulating this kid, and we're like, you know, we used the race card because my buddy was black, and we're like, why don't you like him? Is it because he's black? And the kid starts getting all uncomfortable. He's like, no, and dude, we got him on voice record. We're all like, wait, so you would suck his dick? It has nothing to do with him being black, dude. We get this kid on voice record to say he would suck my friend's dick, right? Man. He's like, yeah. We're like, nah, you can't suck it. You'd gag. Would you gag on it? He's like, yeah, I'd gag, dude. We get on voice record. Either way, this kid tells his mom on us, right? So she comes to work, and we played the voice recording for her of her son talking about. He's all like, yeah, I'd gag on that fucking cock. We're sitting right there. The father's there, the kid. Man. Yep. Kid came back to work 3 days later. His teeth were busted out. Dude. He said he fell down the steps.
Oh, man.
Yep. His dad was dropping him off then. His mom wasn't picking him up no more. My buddy was flirting with his mom. She was pregnant. He's like, oh, come here. I got to give you a hug right in front of him. You did such a good job raising your son.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah, people get killed for that.
My buddy, well, this kid I knew, like when I played baseball in high school, like our school didn't have enough money, like for baseball. So we had to raise money, dude. And we had to do a car wash.
Oh,
and
shit, how old?
Just in high school, dude.
Damn,
yeah,
dude.
Like
you were out
16.
there with chicks or what?
No, it was just all the dudes on the baseball team.
Were you guys topless?
Dude, they just gave us these big signs, and then they sent us out on those islands right before you get on the highway.
Oh, man.
And, dude, so we're holding up these signs, and this one kid fucking pulls his pants down, and he, like, spread open his ass cheeks.
Wow.
So that his sphincter was, like, facing oncoming traffic, dude. And this old lady in, like, an Oldsmobile, like, swerved off the road, and she called the cops, dude.
Wow.
And the cops showed up, and they were like, hey, I just got a report of, like, somebody, like, showing their sphincter. Like, you almost just killed, like, an old lady.
Damn.
And, like, the kid was like, yeah, it's my bad. That was me. And, dude, that's my best friend. Wow. That's how we became friends.
Are you still cool with the dude to this day?
Yeah, this is my best. We've been best friends in high school.
And what, the teacher was just, you know, they don't hang out for those things.
Well, I'm just saying, dude, like, doing gay shit kind of brings you together with some people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it could. You know, I could see that.
Yeah. It's like one thing to, like, moon someone, dude, but to, like, spread your butt cheeks open.
Well, I think crime brings you together. Like, in that case, an old lady almost went off the road. That's like, you know, me and my buddy, we shot this dude's eyeball out one time with a BB gun. We were shooting at a stop sign. That got bored. I'm like, man, we're going to shoot at the cars that stop at the stop sign. So we hit it, dude. The window gets busted. And the dude, I guess it just happened so quick. He was rolling the sign. He spikes the brakes, dude. We duck down. He takes off, floors it. Yeah. We keep shooting at cars. 20 minutes later, this motherfucker comes pulling up. Dude, eyeball looked like it's flipped inside out. He had glasses on. Dude. He goes, hey, what do you got to say about look what you done? And dude, we're about to throw up, dude. The dude's eyeball's inside out, right? I'm literally about to throw up. It looked fake. Yeah. Dude, and he's like, do you see what you did? You know? And my dad's all there, and we're freaking because it's our shot a dude's eyeball out of his head, right? He didn't even know his eye was gone. That's how quick it was. He was just concerned with the window of his Cadillac. He was some old guy, and my dad played a little like a work. He's like, hey, I know that window's like $50 down at this junkyard. I just made $50 from cutting grass. I paid him, and dude, we took off before the dude knew he lost an eye. Can you imagine if I had to buy the dude a fucking eyeball? I feel bad to this day too.
So he's like legit blind because of you.
Something was wrong majorly. I feel bad to this day, man. Don't shoot at
Hopefully,
people.
Hopefully he's not blind, dude. He probably like fucked up his cornea or something.
We never heard from him again. It was right in front of my house. I lived there. You know, we never heard from the guy.
Damn, dude.
But is that crazy?
Yeah.
Bad shit, I guess.
I fucking broke my neighbor's window. Like, I just threw a rock through it because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And it was like some old lady, dude. She had like an Oldsmobile, dude. Just like never went outside.
Yeah.
And the fucking, dude, we had like... Dude, she like found out. She was like, "Oh my god, my window, it's like fucking broken." And I swore to God that I didn't do it.
Oh yeah,
I was
that
like,
meant
I
something
swear
back
to
then.
God, I didn't do it. And
Yeah.
she was super religious, dude.
Yeah, well,
She
you
lost her
wouldn't lie
mind.
to God.
Yeah, dude. She like never looked at me again. But yeah, I
She
just
knew
like
you did
literally
it.
just took a rock for no reason, just threw it right through a window, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
A neighbor too.
Right across the
Oh,
road.
your parents had to be so pissed at you, man.
Dude, it was like a $500 window.
Damn.
Yeah.
One time, me and my buddy got arrested for stealing condoms. We were egging houses at the time, right? So we were going to the store to get eggs, and we're like, yeah, we were always using the line, they're from my grandmother. She has a bake sale, because if you buy a lot of eggs as a kid, the cops are like, hey, what are you doing? Like, this is in Ohio where
Yeah.
cops are at the grocery store. Like, they see, why would a kid be buying 47 eggs, you know? So we started this line where we'd say, oh, my grandmother has a bake sale. You know, people come over. You know, she pays her bills with it. So, anyways, before this kid steals eggs, he goes running out. He stole condoms because he needed condoms to go hang out with a girl. We're young, like 14. And he gets away, and the cop grabs me. And I'm thinking he stole eggs. I didn't know he stole condoms. The cop's like, listen, just tell us who they were for. I was like, my grandmother. He's like, what? He's like, why would you get this for your grandmother? And I'm like, you know, she's going to have a lot of company tomorrow and shit. I'm like, a kid, and I'm telling him. And then the dude pulls out condoms. True story. And, dude, in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is... I'm 14, dude. I'm like, is this how I'm going to get out of this? I was watching a lot of those pornos where it's like the person gets caught stealing, got to bang the person. And, dude, in my little... That's all I watched was... Growing up, we had the illegal pay-per-view. I watched porno for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
That was my after-school programs.
Yeah.
So I learned... That's what I learned and took in like a sponge. I took that shit in. And I was like, yep, this is happening now. And I think it freaked out the cop that I was prepared to do it. I just was that afraid of my dad.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy how good you can get at lying, too.
Yeah.
Like, you ever like in your neighborhood, you ever have like somebody like sell like a pair of like tires and rims?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we like found like there was like 4 tires and the rims were like attached to them.
Yeah.
And I grew up on like a huge hill, dude, like a huge fucking hill.
Uh-huh.
It was like 2 a.m. I'm like with my buddy, and we just took one of the tires and rolled it all the way down the hill, dude.
You were a problem child.
Dude, it fucking went through some guy's garage, and like the
man.
alarm starts going off, dude. So we're just like, we're so far away. We're like, oh, it's all good. Like, you know, we're good. Next thing you know, dude, we see cops and we just start running, dude. And the cops like pull us over, and I was like, dude, let me just do the talking or whatever. And we're both like, me and my buddy were fucking huge, dude. We had like tits and shit. We were fat as fuck.
Yeah.
And I told the cop, I was like, yeah, we're running, like we're trying to lose weight to make the football team. He was like, okay. Like,
Wow.
Like, dude, we literally put a fucking hole through this guy's garage, dude.
And you got away with it. Dude, you are a good liar.
Dude, I never got caught once.
Yeah.
At anything.
That is crazy. And people usually don't believe fat kids either.
Yeah.
Because, you know, fat kids will always say, I'm not hungry. And it's like, dude, yeah.
Well, usually fat kids are like so like sensitive and innocent. They're just kind of like give in.
Yeah. And they're really good at odd games. Like they could shoot pool like a motherfucker or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a fat kid inside of me that comes out every now and then. I'll gain like 60, 70 pounds. I'm finally going down again. But, you know, dude, I just like to eat. I don't know what my problem is.
Yeah, food's good, man.
I think I use it as like a way to be like, if I just eat a bunch of food, then I could just hide in my room and have an excuse to not hang out with people. I've
Dude.
had girls, we got in arguments. I've had girls break up with me because of my eating disorders.
Really?
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, why are you losing weight? You're always gaining weight. You know, so you can never keep track. Because, you know, I go extremes. I'm like boiled chicken, you know, like we're eating brown rice and boiled chicken for the next 3 weeks. I'm like one of those guys.
Dude, does that get you kind of sad when you eat healthy?
Yeah, I chew real slow.
Yeah.
Something about that. Time goes by slow when you eat healthy. You ever diet?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now, bro. I've just been eating like 1 meal a day. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's actually better than eating healthy, though. If you could eat like one Big Mac a day, I could get through that. I hate just chewing boiled chicken or something.
Yeah, dude. It's like, bro, like I'm not even eating breakfast. I'm just at like 11:30. I eat a pound of beef with like
Yeah.
taco seasoning, dude. Like
Oh, you're doing it
rice
like that,
and
yeah.
corn and guacamole. That's all I eat all day.
Every day?
As of recently, but then on the weekends, dude, I eat my fucking tits off.
Oh, so you're doing that
I give
during
myself
the
like a
week.
cheat day or two, dude.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like you need that.
Yeah, you do.
Because if you like start losing weight, dude, it's like you kind of get upset, man. You get sensitive and shit.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know?
doing Molly.
Yeah.
It fries your brain for some reason.
Yeah,
'Cause
you got to take it slow.
you're all happy when you lose that initial weight from not eating for 2 days, but then you have a binge night, you go out drinking, you're eating,
Yeah.
you wake up 14 pounds heavier.
Yeah, but dude, sometimes, man, like if I see myself on video or something, I'm like, dude, you got to do something, bro. 'Cause I was getting up to like 238, and like, dude, I would have these moments where I would just fucking feel my nuts just like shooting out water, and I would just like go to take a shit. And like, dude, I wouldn't even take a shit, but I would like wipe my ass.
Yeah.
And there was just shit everywhere.
See, I'm the opposite. When I'm not eating a lot for some reason, my nuts hurt.
Really?
What do you think that means?
Maybe you just need to fucking bust one out, dude.
When I get hungry, dude, my nuts start to hurt.
Yeah, you might want to get that checked out, dude.
I think it's because I have my tonsils taken out. People say you gain weight when you lose your tonsils. Do you still have your tonsils?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I lost mine.
Wait, why'd
I
you have
talked to a doctor about it. He said it controls like your hormones and shit. So that's why
What?
my nuts hurt.
Bro, why are you getting your tonsils out now, dude? I feel like people did that when they were like
I
fucking
know they
12.
took them when I was 5, but it's funny. My buddy had the thing done. He got snipped, so he can't have kids, and he said the same thing. I think it's a hormonal thing.
If you get snipped, can you still like shoot loads and shit or no?
Yeah, he told me you could. He said you actually have to. When you get snipped, you have to shoot loads because it swells up, he told me.
Oh, man.
Is that crazy or what?
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear, honestly, is to have, like, imagine you got kids with somebody you didn't expect it. I've been debating on getting snipped just for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Something about having like legit loads is something you got to take pride in.
Yeah, and it's like, what if that shit's irreversible? I know,
Well, getting
dude,
snipped
man.
is irreversible, dude.
This
That's
kid, man,
one and done.
he was with a girl, dude, and he never told her he can't have kids. And, dude, he was just blowing loads for 4 years straight.
Oh, man.
And then finally she found the paperwork. They were trying to have kids. Tell me
Dude.
that isn't a scummy ass move.
Yeah, that's a scumbag
Dude,
move.
4 or 5 times a day.
Dude.
Yeah. I guess she remarried somebody else. He's a real good guy. But
Yeah, dude. That's so sad. So he just like kind of used her.
yeah, I even hit her up. She's a nice girl. I
Yeah.
took her out to the movies.
Really? Is that what you're doing on dates? You just like, because you were
I
like
don't
dating.
usually ask out my friends' girls. I mean, now I don't have that many friends, to be honest with you. They're just comedians, so now I'm kind of just out there on the prowl.
Yeah.
I tried Tinder. I got this girl from Thailand wants to come over.
Yeah.
Tinder seems difficult, dude. Instagram's the way to go. I scroll through Instagram,
Yeah.
see a girl. You see a girl that like she wants to be like an influencer, like she wants to have
Yeah.
an OnlyFans, but she don't have the following.
Uh-huh.
I hit those girls up. I'm like, I believe in you.
Yeah.
It's hard to start at first, but just keep making videos, and
Mm-hmm.
you got to get them when they're, I don't want to say young, but early in the game.
Yeah.
Like maybe 30,000 followers right in that window. You get them right there, they're going to message you back. New York, 30,000 followers. Really, they will.
Yeah, I'm trying to go out on like a fancy date, dude, with like a super hot chick and just
Yeah.
be like wicked serious for like a half an hour. And then when the bill comes, dude, just scream penis
Yeah.
and then just
Be
dip.
like, I'm sick. I got problems.
Yeah.
You know what I think the real move is? To get real dressed up, get the Uber black, like get a tuxedo, like real
Yeah.
nice, and then take a girl to like a dollar dumpling place.
Yeah, dude.
She would never see that coming.
Yeah, just take out a paintball gun like mid-date.
Yeah.
Start shooting up the walls and shit.
What do you think a girl would do? I used to live in a halfway burned down house. You should see when I'd pull up, girls would run out of my car. They didn't know what I'd try to tell them from the. I'd be like, listen, relax. I live in the other part. Like it was a duplex.
Oh, really? You lived
Yeah.
on the other side?
What do you think would happen if you took a girl, like, say you met a girl here and you're trying to be nice, and you took her to one of those massage spas, one of the freaky ones, just to fill her out? One of those ones,
mean-
because this neighborhood, some of those girls look like Mr. Miyagi. You got to be careful.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that like around here, it's I don't know. I don't know if it's like as common as like it is over on like Roosevelt Ave. I think that's where like the
that's where I'm thinking.
that's where the
of.
prostitutes are. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of Roosevelt.
Yeah, 'cause you'll walk by over there, like they'll be like trying to like solicit like families and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. There'll be girls
You want hand
dressed
job?
half naked. They'll be
Yeah.
trying to sell you a drill. They'll sell you anything.
Yeah,
I bought
anything, dude.
DeWalt from one of those girls.
Yeah, because, dude, they're getting unloaded off the boat, bro.
Short
They have a
ass
sensei
skirt.
and shit.
Yeah.
You ever meet the sensei?
No, but this girl pulled this whole shit out. She had the extra battery, the drill tips,
Really?
fucking ass all hanging out, little skirt.
Oh, man. I remember, dude, I went to one place, dude. It was like a fucking brothel or something, dude.
Yeah.
It was like 2 a.m. and I just wanted like a hand job or whatever. And I show up and like, it was just like a random like office building.
Yeah.
And then like this Asian lady came out of like a doorway.
Oh, wow.
She was like, you here? You here?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. And then she just took me into this back room, dude. And like, she put me in this wicked scary room and they were playing sports talk radio on like full
dude,
volume. And they just
AM radio?
yeah, bro. It was like 2 a.m. I'm just listening to like fucking like,
Wow. Drinking coffee.
no, dude, I was just fucking like I was sitting on like a fucking like those beds you sit on at the hospital.
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, this is the scariest
Did
shit.
you go through with it?
I fucking ran out, dude.
I had a situation like that in Ensenada, dude. I'm in Mexico with all these car salesmen, and I knew there was a spot. I told him, I said, I just know it's a massage place because I've been
Yeah.
there before. I was like, I could take you down there. I don't know what they do, but I see they're always asking for massage. So I take them, dude. They take us down 3 layers in the dirt, dude. The basement is dirt.
Yeah.
Our feet are on dirt, and I'm down here with these car salesmen, and they like paid for me to go with a girl too. Like they bought it. I don't know what it was. Either way, I run out. The girl's trying to charge me more, and I wasn't trying to pay no money.
Yeah.
Dude, I tried running out. It's these dudes, like cartel dudes there with straight up, got the pistol on his thing. Like, we're in a basement. He's like, where are you going? I gave him my card. They charged me too, like $180. I get out. Dude, I get back on the cruise ship. The car salesman's never made it back on. I don't know what happened. Never seen him again. Cruise ship to Ensenada, man. So you never know.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
I went to a massage parlor at a mall.
Oh, yeah.
So there's like people walking around and stuff. And I went in.
And you thought maybe you'd get a hand job.
Dude, and there's like a big sign that was like, keep your clothes on.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
just took all my clothes off, dude.
Man.
Like, opened up my legs, bro. And this fucking Chinese lady came in and she fucking lost her mind, dude. She was like, oh.
Yeah. Good. You could do the accent. Times change.
Yeah.
You know, they don't, I'll tell you one thing, a good rule of thumb for you to know. If they're ever by a BW3s, it's not
fuck is that?
what you think it is. That wing place. You know,
Alright.
there's always the professional ones are a lot by those BW3s.
Bro, any place you're getting a hand job, it's going to be like pretty discreet.
Well, anytime they have a sign cash only, it's like that's a good sign.
It would be kind of funny, dude, to just go to random places just asking for hand jobs just to see like how many out of 100 you can get.
I'll be honest with you, you get a lot more than you think. Have you ever actually needed a massage?
Well, I'm talking about like legitimate businesses, like going into a Town Fair Tire and being like, yo,
Oh,
can
yeah.
I get an HJ?
I'm sure if there was nobody around, you could probably get a few from the clerk. Money talks.
Yeah. Tell them you need like an engine read and then just pull
Man,
your pants down.
Dude, I pulled my back out real bad. Like my neck, it was like a sciatic nerve all the way down my hip. And I could not get a normal massage.
Really?
Everywhere I went, these girls were trying to jack me off. It was crazy. And I'm like, dude, I didn't know.
They
like,
wouldn't even like rub you down a little bit.
No, they do this little thing with the fingertips. Okay, baby. You
Yeah.
know, you already know going in. And yeah, dude, I had to tell him, no, rub my neck. Please don't jerk me off. Rub my neck. I couldn't find a regular one.
Bro, it's
I went
so
to like
hard.
4 or 5 places. I was calling, I'm telling them, I want a regular massage.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, good massage, baby.
You got to go to Massage Envy or something, dude.
Dude, I was hooked on those places. I'm done. I've been reading the Bible. They started calling me. Dude, me and my girl kept breaking up, and she had no problem hooking up with dudes. You know, she was gorgeous, man. Dudes hit her up all the time. I'm another story. And, you know, I started going to those little things to get back at her, going to those little massage places. And they started wanting my business. They'd call my phone. And she'd always be like, why do all these Chinese restaurants call you?
Yeah.
I'd be like, baby, you know I eat Chinese a lot. Come on. What are you talking about?
You're like a hot commodity there, dude.
I was. Well, you dress nice. See, if you wear a suit to one of those little massage spas, they're going the extra mile.
Really?
Yeah.
Just-
Like if you show up, look what, I mean, I'll be honest with you, you're my boy, but look what you're wearing. Like right now, this outfit, you're wearing jogging pants with a polo, dude. It's just a strange, it's like you're dressed for a Zoom call right now. See, you can't really be wearing Zoom outfits on those things. You got to wear the whole.
I never even thought of it like that.
Yeah, the whole, like treat it like you're going to an office for a meeting.
Yeah.
It's all about it's all about first impression. I even bring a ton of fake money because they don't know no difference. I got that motion picture money.
Oh wow.
They go crazy, man.
Just giving them like Uno cards.
Well, I just pulled it out and go, oh, sorry, wrong pocket. Their eyes get big like The Simpsons. Pull out like
Holy
$5
shit.
grand. They'll call you.
Yeah, that would be fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
You're actually giving them fake money.
I bought this jacket off one of those places. Straight up. I really did, dude. Straight up.
You're
jacket.
walking around with fake currency.
Yeah. But I don't use it like in real life. I use it in skits, but sometimes I use it to feng shui the situation.
Well, dude, you can probably never go back then to that place.
Well, I paid with real money.
Oh, so
But
you didn't.
you show them the
Oh,
fake.
you show them it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like on dates. You show
Yeah.
girls the money. You don't give it to them.
Yeah.
That's how you really get them good. You just keep pulling it out. Oh, shit. Keep acting like
Yeah.
you're making sales.
Uh-huh.
I used to have 2 different cash apps. I'd cash app myself. I'd be showing girls,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I got to spend this. You do it in front of them. Make it look like you just dropped $3 grand on something.
Damn, you're a baller, dude.
Yeah, but it's just going right to my Venmo or some shit.
Yeah.
You got to trick them. You got to know how to move money around. You learn that from you hang out with some girls like I know some women that are real good at moving money around, like some real hood chicks. Like they're always got to bail their baby daddy out and move money over here, and they'll teach you, dude. There's tricks you could do with like Venmo and Zelle. You get like a 3-hour grace period
To like send money.
Yeah, you could send it back. You could come up with like $400 out of $100.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be, I don't know, man. I'm pretty fucking random, dude. I don't know if you know that, but
Yeah.
I'm not like a serious guy. I don't think I could pull that off.
Nah, dude, you could do it.
So like if I'm on a date, just whip out a fucking like 6 rolls of just like fake money and just start like throwing it everywhere.
You just pull it out and go, oh, my bad. And you just put it back away. And with you, it'll really throw them off because, I mean this in a good way. We both kind of have this, but I know how to turn mine off. I don't think you could turn yours off, but we both look a little dumb. Like, like I feel like I could take advantage of you, trick you a little bit.
Probably, dude.
And like you almost, I don't want to say dumb, but you look half asleep maybe. But, so girls would think they can get that money from you. They'd be like, I could trick this guy.
Yeah.
But then they'd realize they can't, because you're a normal dude. You're smart, right? You could drive and you feed yourself and shit.
Yeah, I think I'm at my peak, dude, when I like, dude, if I try to be smart, I'm literally like the most retarded person in the world.
Yeah.
You feel that way?
Yeah.
Like if I really put my mind to it, I'm like, let's go.
Like what,
like,
playing paper, rock,
if I
scissors,
watch The Wolf of Wall Street, I'm like, let's fucking get it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm literally the dumbest fucking dude you'll ever talk to in your life, man. But
yeah, I get like that. When it comes to, like politics, I'm not dumb. I know nothing about it. Dude, people start talking to me about politics, dude.
yeah.
I don't know. What's your go? What's your out when you don't know how to say? If I don't know how to talk about something to people, I got to figure out a way. I'm not going to learn.
I mean,
it.
usually when people are talking, I'm just kind of standing there and not saying anything regardless. But
Dude,
yeah, I'm always thinking about stuff mid-convo. And you don't really have this in you, but like, I don't know, do you ever have like intrusive thoughts?
Sometimes mine are more physical.
Really?
Yeah, I get the physical intrusive.
Because I think
ones.
about shit like blowing up, dude. Like when people talk about like war and stuff, I just
Yeah.
think about like fucking Benghazi and shit. Like,
What pops in your head when I say the Kennedys? People always want to read about the Kennedys.
yeah.
What's that mean to you?
Sometimes like shit will pop up on YouTube about that stuff.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks the driver did it.
There's all kinds of shit about the Kennedys going on.
Yeah. Yeah, because like, dude, I'll watch that stuff and I'll be like, oh shit, I wonder how he died. And then I'll end up like jerking off to his aunt.
I know it always gets me too.
Like, dude,
I
I've
blame
jerked off
social
to
media.
Hillary Clinton like 5 times, dude.
The hormones and stuff, I blame social media. They use AI.
Yeah.
They make Hillary she looks a little better.
I mean, dude, do you feel this way though? Like, I feel like politicians are pretty like hot, dude. You know what I mean?
Maybe just the outfit, you think?
Like, dude, I feel like their fucking pussies probably smell like a fucking oceanside breeze or something, dude. Like they're wearing those suits and stuff. It's just like, don't you think if like one of them was talking to you in real life, that's all you'd be thinking about is like going to Clam Town?
Well, I noticed the male politicians, they all got like some real good skin. Like, what's
Yeah.
that about? Like,
Probably just moisturizing, man.
did you see it though? Like, it's all shiny and smooth.
It's probably like
looking.
fucking baby blood,
They're
dude.
doing those interviews. Yes.
Yeah. You hear about like them drinking like baby blood and shit, dude?
Yeah.
I think that like
believe it.
John Stamos does that,
You know
dude.
what's funny is the truth is these people probably just drink water and don't get smacked every night, you know.
Yeah.
But that AI is something, dude. You see the way girls are changing their dating profile pics? They like make me look trustworthy and
What?
yeah. And dude, you can
Damn.
see two totally different pictures from the girl.
Can you do that with like dick pics?
That's a good question.
Yeah, there's only one way to find out, dude.
Yeah. Can you put a dick pic in AI? Make this look like my dick?
Just put it on LinkedIn, dude.
Attach this dick to my body?
Yeah.
It's a shame girls don't like getting dick pics.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest question is like, should you be hard or just flaccid when you send one?
Flaccid.
Really?
Yep.
Damn, dude. What if you're like a grower though?
Yeah, but it's an old consultant trick.
Dude, whenever I'm at the gym, man, I always think about like how small my dick is, dude.
Oh, when you work out, when I work out, mine gets small too.
Yeah.
When I run,
Because I'm always thinking about the positions I'm in, and like I can't just like start shoving it up just to look good. You know what I mean?
yeah, you know, I pull on it sometimes.
Yeah.
You almost have to, dude.
You
Mine
got to
will
find
go-
the right time though, dude. You can't just pull on it when you're on the treadmill.
Well, a lot of times I'm running when I'm running late for a spot,
Yeah.
and you know I can't be showing up with my dick all in my stomach.
Yeah.
So you know I pace around outside and I pull on my dick a little, stretch it out.
What's your timing like?
Dude, 30 seconds I can stretch it out. I had a kid one time. I did this naked show. Dude, there was I didn't know there was another comic going next. And evidently he was stretching his shit out. I thought he was whacking it to me, dude. Threw
Really?
my whole set off.
Oh man.
Yep.
You did
I'm
the
just-
naked show?
I did it, yeah.
Oh man, what was
I
that
bombed.
like? Really?
But dude, I thought some dude was whacking it. Then his opener was, my dick's bigger than the last comic. It's like, yeah, dude, you had a full hard on. In the
Yeah.
back, you're fucking whacking it, looking at me.
Yeah. Oh man. Did any dudes there? Like, did you watch any of the guys go?
And the sad thing is, the only people naked in the whole show were dudes. That's why I won't do it
Oh,
again.
man.
Audience and black girls were like dressed and just cracking up. They were just
Oh,
loving
man.
it. All white dudes, all fat and bloated. And I look way more fat when I'm naked. You know?
It's tough, man. It's all about lighting and angles, dude.
Yeah. You know, and the belt separates the fat a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
I know a lot of girls who pull up their pants to like their tits, dude, and you're like, oh shit, she's skinny.
Bro, I just got tricked by this girl. I don't even know how to be honest with you, I don't know how she did it. And she had like like 3 or 4 pairs of those Spanx, right? And dude, like honestly, I don't even like telling stories because people think I lie.
Yeah.
Dude, this is 100% true story.
Yeah.
I met her at a comedy show at the Grizzly Pear. She looks great. I seen her in person, right?
Yeah.
And I'm all into her. She had on these tight clothes, hourglass body, bro, right? So she comes over my place, and you know she's spending the night, and she goes, and we're not doing nothing nasty. I just live downtown, so anyway, she's spending the night, and yeah, she asked for a bigger shirt to sleep in, and she's getting undressed, and she had a rope wrapped around her stomach, like hundreds of dude, like 200 feet of rope, dude, and I'm undoing it, and it's her body's like roped in. She's like, yeah, they do it. She's like, this is what you do. It's like a waist trimmer.
What the
I'm like,
fuck?
I've never heard of this shit.
Like a Home Depot rope?
Yeah, dude, just slowly throughout the night, like the blob, it just kept expanding.
What the
And
fuck?
dude, in the morning, it was like you ever put one of those fishes in water and it gets real big, or the gummy bear. Dude, I couldn't believe how much bigger. She like drank 3 glasses of water, and it was like, it like.
How big was it in
expanded.
the morning?
It was huge, dude.
Dude,
I couldn't believe it.
that's tough, man.
Blew me away.
Yeah.
It was like something I've never seen in my whole life. I didn't even know something like that's physically possible. She went from like a 29-inch waist to about a 54. It was like one of those mattresses. It just kept expanding.
Oh yeah, like one of those fucking memory foam mattresses,
Yeah,
dude.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it.
Dude, that's fucked, man.
Yeah.
Bro, chicks are wild, dude. They'll do anything to look good.
I would never do that, dude. Would you wrap rope around your stomach? I mean,
No, I mean I'll jelk before a fucking softball game, dude, but I'm
what's
not trying
that?
to
Oh, you're putting stuff in the cup?
like what that dude was doing before he went up.
Pulling on it?
Yeah, you just kind of like passively jerk. I'll do that before like a fucking swim meet or something, dude, but I'm not,
Yeah.
you know? Like, dude, if I was at the gym and I felt like my piece was small, I wouldn't go in the bathroom and start spanking and then come back out.
Yeah, I can't even do it at my gym, dude. I work out in Hell's Kitchen. It's all dudes with fat asses. Like, it's gay dudes. They just work the ass.
Yeah, but what's gayer, dude? Having a small dick working out or being fully erect working out?
I mean, that's a testosterone thing. You can't control it.
Yeah.
You get a nice pump going.
But it's like, why is there like this idea that like you're supposed to have like a bulge when you're working out?
I think that's a you thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to be spotting somebody and see their doink or they're spotting you.
Yeah. Dude, I used to do this stretch, bro, where you would you literally open up your legs, dude.
Oh, the Van Damme.
Is that what they call
I
it?
think so.
Yeah. Dude, I was doing that and like I'm literally on a mirror and there's like a fucking hole because I wear Walmart sweatpants.
Yeah.
So there's like a hole where my gooch is.
Yeah.
And then there's like another hole where my underwear is. So dude, I'm literally like hanging upside down,
Man,
bro.
you go to the
Facing
gym,
a mirror,
holes.
dude. And you can just see my gooch, dude.
In prison, that's how they do it. You get a lot of attention in prison.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy, man, because I was like really emotionally invested in the stretch.
Well, see, that's what they do in prison. They'll have the holes and they'll just be talking to you and they'll adjust so they pop their dick out and they'll just keep talking
shit.
to you. They'll be like, what, you see something you like? That's what they say.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, I got a thing against guys wearing leggings. Like, if I were to vote for politics, that should be one thing.
You ever wear them?
No, but it's like, dudes should not be allowed to wear leggings.
I mean, you
bro.
got to try it, man, honestly.
Nah, it's like, you can't, bro. I can't. Have you ever seen a dude in leggings?
I've worn leggings, dude.
It's all doink, dude. You
Yeah.
can't hide the doink.
Oh, you mean just like nothing covering it, just straight
yeah,
up
just
leggings?
straight leggings. You could see the imprint and everything. Dude, I
Yeah.
see it all over Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
all
dude, if
running
you
around.
throw on a pair of leggings, though, dude, it feels fucking good, man.
Not for me, dude. I can't do it. I'd be
Yeah.
uncomfortable about my shit.
Really?
It's like those people that don't wear underwear, but they wear jogging pants, and you just see like a little thing poking out on the top.
So, dude, if we lived in like tribal land, like, and you're just supposed to be naked all the time, what would you be doing?
I can't be naked. I need the nut support, dude. I
Really?
even wear tight boxers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're still young, man. You're 35, right?
No, dude, I'm 28.
28? Them
Yeah.
nuts are going to start hanging, dude.
Yeah.
Wait till you're about 33. Your nuts are going to hurt.
Hopefully, man.
Dude, I have to, when I'm wearing just shorts and stuff, when I sit down, I grab my nuts and hold them up to sit.
Really?
But
When
I
I-
worked a lot of physical jobs my whole life.
Yeah.
They make your balls big.
I mean, dude, it sounds like your nuts have like issues, man.
I think I had some hernias when I was younger. I
Yeah.
remember a dude told me I was wheelbarrowing concrete and I'm running with this concrete. And I used to always act like I'm a horse. I was working when I was young. And he goes, your balls are going to be to the floor when you get old. And dude, he was right. Like, I'm not even joking, bro. My sack is 8 inches long.
For real?
Like, for real.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, I'm not even trying to be funny, man. You might want to get that checked out, dude.
No, I'd seen doctors, they said they could tighten it up. I even had, dude, I'm not even joking. I got scars. I could show the camera if they don't believe me. I had my nuts tightened up. They cut a little slit
Oh,
and they shortened them up, but it just stretches again.
damn, dude, you should make like a mythological creature out of your nuts, bro.
Yeah, I bet you I could.
Yeah, get a tattoo of like eagle wings on your nuts and shit.
You ever see that movie Waiting? Like where they show their dick in the waiters, like the restaurant.
Is that a porno?
No, it's like a comedy that was like a low budget film with like Ryan Reynolds and a few other people. And basically they all work at a restaurant and they got this dick game. Like you'll walk in a room and some guy will have like his dick shown. It'll be like the bat wing or the brain.
Yeah.
Or like cock a clock. You'd love the game. So this movie was big like in 2003 when I dropped out of school. And me and my buddies all worked at a car wash, and we used to play the game, dude. It used to be hilarious, man. Like we'd have a salesman we'd be like, okay, put it in reverse, and there'd be a backup camera. We'd have our nuts right there, so we'd see it on the screen. It's like you're forced to see our nuts.
Yeah.
It used to be a fun game.
Dude, what have you ever, I mean, with your nuts, dude, have you ever done the vagina?
Like make a vagina out of
Yeah.
it? You mean tuck it all back?
Yeah, you like take your dick and like pull it through your nuts. You make a vagina, dude.
No, I never did that.
Dude.
You
gotta
be
try
careful
it.
playing with that thing.
Nah, dude, you gotta
You
try
can
it.
pull something, a tendon or something.
Nah,
You
dude.
can't really twist that shit around.
Bro, do that tonight and like send a picture on Instagram or whatever. Like not to me, just like on your story.
One time I was cracking a joke to this girl. I don't think it went off well, but I just seen a thing that they said in the military. Maybe it was a movie I watched, but that the nuts are the warmest area of a like if you're freezing, if your hands
Yeah.
are cold, you have to stick them under your nuts, or Like if it's a woman in war, she'd stick it under another man's nuts.
Yeah.
Well, I was out filming a sketch in the winter, and this girl's hands were freezing. I felt so bad seeing they were red. And she's like, "Oh, my hands are so cold." And she's like, "Can I have some help?" And I honestly thought that's what she meant. I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "You can put them in my nuts." She's like, "Can I have your gloves?" Dude, I couldn't believe the girl stayed friends with me, but you know.
You think nuts are warmer than roast beef, dude?
They say the nuts are the warmest thing on earth.
Yeah.
If your hands are cold.
Yeah.
I don't hold mine because New York, the germs and shit. One time I got a cyst on my nuts and it scared me. It's like I quit playing with them, quit touching them.
Yeah.
I leave them things alone. They leave me alone.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
So you just got like floppy nuts and you're just like not fucking with them?
I don't fuck with them. Nah, dude, none of it. Well, my hands are always dirty.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine, man. You know?
You don't want to really have greasy fingers getting down there, dirt all on your nails.
I mean, you only live once, man.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't play with my nuts, dude.
Yeah, one girl gave me an insecurity about my nuts. I spray cologne on them when I go meet girls.
Straight up skin?
Dude, it's just got a smell. Like, you know, if you like rub the back of your ear, it's got a little stink to it.
Yeah.
My nuts are like that for some reason.
Well, dude, why would you put it on the skin, dude?
Well, I scrubbed them, dude. I used a nylon brush. She got me so nervous. I would just get out of the shower. She'd be like, "Your nuts still stink."
Oh.
She had all these home remedies we'd look up. We'd be putting them in like apple cider vinegar. Like I just have my nuts in Tupperware. She couldn't stand the smell of my nuts.
You're spraying cologne straight on the skin?
I do. Well, what I do is I spray it on my stomach and it lingers. You know?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking psycho, dude.
I'm insecure about it.
I mean, dude, I spray my nuts like over the clothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you gotta get the skin. I'm telling you, I got big nuts. I guess I got musty nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd ever do the skin, though, dude. If a chick goes down there, dude, it's going to smell like fucking Sauvage, dude.
My buddy puts deodorant on his. People use baby powder. I don't do baby powder.
I feel like you got to want like a genuine, like natural stench, dude. You know what I mean?
Antiperspirant in the summer.
They got those like natural remedies now, dude, like Dr. Squatch and stuff.
Yeah.
You should try that, dude. Make your nuts smell like a fucking tree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I gotta do in the summer sometimes? I'll get like toilet paper or paper towel, like Bounty's good. It really absorbs. And I'll just put a little pad in my underwear because that shit sweats in the summer.
A little maxi pad?
Yeah, dude, being in the subway, my nuts will be leaking, dude.
Why don't you just wear a diaper?
I feel like that's way too much. A few paper towels, you keep them in your back pocket. You know, if you got to blow your nose, you got something. But yeah. Dude, I gotta do it, dude. You'll see it on my pants from my.
I could
nuts.
see you wearing a diaper though, dude. Like an adult diaper.
I don't like anything uncomfortable, dude. Even
Dude, you think
thick
an
socks,
adult
I don't.
diaper would be uncomfortable?
Dude, that thing's thick, man. It's like an inch thick.
Yeah, you could take a shit on the subway, dude, and be fine.
I don't think it works like that.
I mean, I think that's the whole point.
Be able to take a shit in a diaper. I think that's for when the pee dribbles out. You know, I got that thing when you get older. We got ass leak runs in my family. It's like a diverticulitis thing.
Oh yeah, everyone's dealing with that, dude. Especially in the summer, man.
What's that about, dude?
It's so congested down there, dude.
Yeah, your shit just leaks. I'll have to wipe my ass so it look like I took a shit.
Yeah, I told you that at the beginning of the pod. Yeah, like the first thing I said, dude.
Yeah, what's that about?
Yeah, I'm just tired of wiping, dude.
Yeah,
like I'm so tired. Like, dude, you ever like wipe like literally 30 times and you just give up?
Dude, I use those wet wipes. It's like wiping your ass with a cloud.
For real.
You don't use those?
I feel like you gotta like mix it up though.
Well, you gotta stand up when you use them. That's the weird thing.
I don't know why. Why would you stand up doing it?
Because it's like all wet. It really gets in there.
Yeah, why don't you just sit down?
I don't know. I feel like you got to do some shit to get in there.
Yeah, if I was mentally challenged, I'd stand up.
Yeah, dude, you should. You gotta get in there though with these things.
Yeah, that's why you sit down, dude.
Maybe that's my whole
up.
problem. You don't stand up when you wipe?
Nah, dude, I changed. I came to the dark side like years ago, man. It'll change your life forever, dude.
Wow, you sit and wipe.
Yeah, that's how you really get in there, dude.
Man.
But you're gonna wipe fucking 4 times as much.
Yeah, I stand up. I walk.
That's probably why you have fucking
back.
shit stains, dude.
Yeah, probably. Dude, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on cruise ships for a while. Dude, I'd have to wipe my ass 30 times a day. My ass would be
Dude,
bleeding.
you're probably wiping your ass and like shit's going down your nuts. That's probably why your nuts smell like
I
shit.
wipe it back. But in a way, that's even worse.
Yeah, but if you're missing stuff, it might fall down your nuts.
I'm sure there's some shit going on down there, but I'm a freak. I shower twice a day.
Yeah. But dude, like I heard rich people, man, they don't even smell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Kardashians stuff. Like if they open up their legs at a yoga practice or something, you'd think like somebody sprayed Febreze.
I believe it.
It's like, how do you get to that point though?
Well, those higher dollar colognes, they last. Those things stretch out. She's wearing like a $700 perfume.
Yeah, or her pussy's just like Febreze, dude. She's probably so rich she has like an air freshener in her pussy, dude.
It's either that or it's the opposite. She's like those guys from Williamsburg that don't wear deodorant.
Yeah.
It's like, but nobody tells her.
So you think it smells so bad that no one can even smell it?
I think so. Maybe it smells so bad that it's like one of those things. It's like, you know, it made Kanye a little crazy. You know, like he can't really wrap his head around it.
Damn. What would you do if like
Who
you
do
were
you like more? Kim? Or I like the other one more. Chloe or whatever.
I don't know, man. I was big on Kim for a while, man.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about her, but she's got some cannons, dude. And I like the way she like.
Kim looks like she calls white guys king. You feel like she does that? How you doing, king?
I don't know, man. I think she'd probably say like sweetheart or something to make you feel good.
I'm pretty sure somebody told me they were on SNL. They took a picture with her and they grabbed her butt.
Wow. It's probably not even real.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the other thing I was going to talk about at the gym, dude. This is like this Asian woman. She's like 50, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, she was a butt pad, dude.
It might be a diaper.
No, I think it's like a legit butt pad because I've seen it before and after. So I've seen her with it, and I'm like, holy shit, this chick does squats. And she took it out, and I was like, oh, it's just like an Asian woman.
You know, you got to think about like our parents and all that and grandparents, like how much luckier that the guys were. These girls didn't know how to work their asses. So like you can get a great girl because nowadays a lot of girls are getting up there to be 7s and 10s because they're all figuring out what creatine is. They do squats, you know?
Yeah.
Because you can get a girl that if you looked her in the face, you throw up. But if she had a great ass, you would marry her. Not only would you be happy, your friends would be jealous of you.
Yeah, could be a man, dude. As long as you're doing creatine and fucking maxing out on hip thrust, dude.
Well, the problem is with the men, it's like it's a dead giveaway. I get a lot of those men, they try to trick me.
Yeah.
It's like, buddy, you're not fooling nobody.
I mean, I'm on the opposite end of that, dude. I'm getting fooled
You
left
don't
and
get
right.
fooled? I see these girls.
Unless I'm looking dead on. If I'm looking in my peripheral at the gym,
I mean,
I'm
it's
straight
like,
up
you gotta look
fucking-
for the telltale sign, like has their nose been broke?
I'm talking about peripheral, dude, not straight up vision.
Oh, straight up,
You know what I'm
just the
saying?
side view. So you're
Yeah,
just
like-
checking the ass out.
Yeah.
Now, do you think part of you's lying to yourself, and you know it might even be a dude?
Yeah, like I want it to be a dude.
You couldn't even come to my neighborhood, bro. You would
Yeah.
lose it. You seeing these guys walking around.
Oh, all right. I thought you meant like they'd fucking kill me or something.
No, dude, these dudes are walking around spaghetti string thong,
Uh-huh.
ass all oiled up. Dude,
Really?
for real. I'm not even joking. Hell's Kitchen, dude, dead of winter.
Yeah.
Ass shiny,
Damn.
running up in the pizza place.
Yeah, I meant more like a dude with like fucking tight jeans wearing like New Balances, and you're like, oh, that's like a hot Asian chick. And then you look over and it's just like some dude who just does squats.
Man, an Asian dude even with a big one, huh?
That'd be crazy, bro.
That's
Well, a lot of the
not
time
a-
it's black dudes. Black
He
dudes
get
have huge
huge.
asses, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, they do. I mean, it definitely it could fool you.
Yeah.
You
But I
don't
heard that's
wanna-
like what women want, like in a man, is like a nice butt.
girls do appreciate a nice butt.
Yeah.
See, you gotta quit sagging. Is it you pull your pants up a little bit more, wear 2 pairs of underwear. That's my trick. You know, you gotta try to make the ass look fat.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably a mad pussy, dude.
How fat would you get your ass if you were working it? Would you go all the way to, like, let's say you could have a Kim ass? Would you do it? Or
Dude,
would
you know
try,
there's a
like,
there's a
baseball player?
dude, bro, who is like literally called like the glute king, and he literally like he's like a personal trainer for chicks just working on ass.
Yeah.
So like he meets with chicks and just watches them do like hip thrusts.
But what's his cheeks looking like?
Pretty solid, dude.
Yeah, because you gotta have it to
You gotta have
sell.
the reputation, yeah.
Yeah.
But dude,
That's
imagine
wild.
having that as a job every day. You're just meeting with the hottest chicks, being like, "Let's get it."
I mean, honestly, it might be getting a little bit old now. I don't know if it's still as hip with the internet, but 5 years ago, if you were a dude with a fat ass in Miami, you could become a trainer anywhere.
Yeah, dude, you're like the next fucking Al Pacino, dude.
Yeah, I mean, women would pay $200-$300 an hour.
Yeah.
And then like the dudes that could twerk and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You ever meet one of those dudes with fat asses that practice twerking real good?
Yeah.
It's crazy when they get good at it.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some dudes get real good at it.
Dude. I think it's just crazy, bro. Like the amount of horsepower you get from having like a big ass.
Well, I did a lot of taekwondo, so a lot of that's in the kick.
Really?
A lot of those martial
Yeah.
artists have thick asses too. They do back kicks.
Yeah. Yeah. They're taking it from the
You ever
back,
see
dude.
Van Damme's ass? Dude, that didn't happen by an accident. Look
Yeah.
at his father. You can find pictures of his dad. His dad had no ass.
Look at Steven Seagal, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you go back some of those old movies.
Steven Seagal's made like
he
3 or
had
4 films where he's fucking dudes.
He knows how to poke it out. That's the thing with him. Yeah, when he does those stands and pokes it out.
Yeah. He just shoots up a village of like innocent people.
That's why Bruce Lee was my favorite martial artist. There was no concern with his ass.
Yeah.
Like people didn't zoom up on it like they did Van Damme. There's a whole
It's probably because
scene.
he's Asian.
Every Van Damme movie, though, you have to see the cheeks. It's all 12-year-old boys watching these movies. Like, who'd they think was watching the Van Damme movies? Every movie, it's a tan, oiled-up Van Damme ass, all freshly shaved. They even have the lighting. If you look, dude, they literally have lighting on his ass. Cast it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Yeah, no, dude, Steven Seagal literally has no ass, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe when he was younger, I guess.
Yeah, it was like him, Chuck Norris. Back when they were coming up, it was more important to know karate.
Yeah. Well, Steven Seagal would literally just like whip out his dick, like flick your nose, and just like a whole village would blow up. And you'd be like, what's going on right now?
Yeah. And then
But like Bruce Lee was like actually like fluent in the art of anal, dude.
Yeah, I'd say that. Bruce Lee probably was. You never know with those guys. That's a masculine thing.
Well, Bruce Lee can make you cry, bro. Like if Bruce Lee walked in right now and started doing some shit, I'd literally start crying, dude.
And something like that is like, it's not enough to beat somebody up. Like, you ever hear like your grandfather talk, like those guys that grew up back in Bruce Lee's day?
Yeah.
There was it was a dominant day. Like they would tell people that. Like my grandfather, he'd tell people, he'd be like, yeah, I knocked him out and smacked my dick on his face. And they did shit like that, like in the 50s and 60s.
They would do that to Bruce Lee?
They did that in street fights.
Oh.
Like the James
I thought you were
Dean
saying they were doing
movies
that
and
to
shit.
posters of Bruce Lee.
Nah, they did that straight up street fight. If you beat somebody in a street fight, like back in James Dean days, that's
Start
what you're
doing gay
supposed to
shit?
do. Or you smack your dick on their face.
Dude.
For real.
Damn.
Fuck them in
Bruce
the ass.
Lee, that's Bruce Lee's teachings?
Well, I think that really started in prison and shit. In prison, that's what they do.
Yeah.
I had a buddy told me he got knocked out and fucked in there. He's like, he woke up, the dude was still on him. And he's like, he told the dude, man, please knock me out again. And the dude made him stay up for it.
Damn, dude. What's up with you in prison? Fucking.
Oh, man, dude, I'm stuck on these fucking documentaries, dude.
Oh, really?
It's been years
What are you
now.
watching? Like,
Well, I know a lot of my friends went to prison. They did like 20, 30 years.
Nice, man.
And now a lot of them are getting
Good
out
friends.
even 10 years. I mean, you know. My one buddy, he was chasing me to rob me in a park. He didn't know it was me. He goes, bro, I'm going to stab you in the back, dude. I'm running to. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, I just got out. I haven't seen the kid since like 10th grade.
Yeah.
I go, what happened? He goes, man, manslaughter, 10 years. I go, what happened? He goes, man, I got mad, ran somebody over with my car. They fucking died. I'm like, damn.
This is in Ohio?
Yeah.
Damn.
He did
What
10
is it about
years.
Ohio, dude, where like people are just doing like crazy shit?
We got the register to carry there.
You think that's the only thing?
I think so, and you pretty much are on your own. You live on your own from the time you're about 11 and 12 in Ohio.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're a kid. It's Ohio. You're allowed to go do whatever for a few weeks.
Dude, I went to fucking Pottstown, PA over the weekend. It's
Yeah.
like the middle of Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, I know Pottstown.
They had like a huge power plant just blowing smoke everywhere.
Yeah.
And we show up, dude, to like this like fucking comedy show, and there was like a special needs event next door.
Oh, man.
And it just turns out like a lot of people there are like full bore retarded.
Wearing PA.
And like I started to think to myself, man, I wonder it's because of that power plant, dude. Things just blowing smoke everywhere, dude.
Well, I went to one of those Amish towns in PA, and they say you pretty much quit school in the 5th grade.
Yeah.
In Amish town, they're like, you don't, you're not gonna be doing no reading around here.
Mm.
And then they just like, that's
People said like Pottstown, what he's been like a weird part, dude. Like the middle of PA is like fucking weird as tits.
Yeah, dude, where'd that thing? I met a girl where that train wreck was. Remember that? East Liverpool or something?
I thought that was in
East
Ohio.
Palestine, yeah. Yeah, I guess that was Ohio, but I think that's like PA line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met a girl over there. Dude, we were messing around. Then she starts messing around with my boy, and it's his stepsister. I'm
Damn.
like, bro, what? He goes, bro, we're not related at all. We just grew up together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, dude, what?
Yeah, you're in like a porno, dude.
Yeah. She was a good girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, your dog's got a fat nose on it.
Mm.
I grew up with those dogs, those big fat nosed dogs, and it always used to get me excited. I don't know what, I'd get hyper. Like my dad had it. We'd be like, give me the nose, give me the nose. Like,
Yeah.
and we'd make it a game and the dog would run. And my whole life, like up until now, I'm kind of calm with it. I did some reading on it, but dude, I used to get extremely hyper to where I couldn't control it. How happy I would get when I'd see dogs.
Yeah.
And dude, it would be like their nose more than anything. Since I was a kid, we'd get a new dog, I'd start jumping up and down. Come on, fat nose, right?
Damn.
And it's just like I could tap into something that like it's superhuman strength.
You think you're autistic, dude?
And maybe a little bit. And dude, I had it. I was doing some sparring, and it popped in my head, man. It's just the fat nosed dog, because we're at the boxing gym, and my friends, they brought their dogs down. Dude, and I beat the shit out of this dude in the ring, and my trainer's like, man, what was that? I never seen you fight like that. I was like, I got this special thing I could think about, and I go to that, and it makes me strong. He's like, what? And I was like, a dog's nose. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know, you never had and that's like an inner family joke
That's called
or something?
that's called autism, brother.
You think so?
Yeah, dude.
My father had it too.
Yeah.
My father
Usually it's like somebody you think about like a Michael Jordan type shit.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I took that personally, but you're just thinking about dogs and noses, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't grab your dog's nose?
My dog doesn't even have a fucking nose.
Oh yeah, you can't even grip
Yeah.
it. But you don't
It's
even
completely
rub it
flat.
a little. I was playing with your dog's nose a little.
Nah, man, I touch his stomach, like his stomach
Oh,
and
you do
stuff.
his stomach?
'Cause he's like fat and shit.
Nah, dude, you gotta do the nose, man.
I mean, he can barely breathe, dude. I'm not.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. It's like the last place I want to touch, dude.
yeah.
Fucking
He's got a good nose.
Have
on
a
him,
seizure, dude.
though. Nah, man, that dog's got a fat nose on it.
Yeah, Bub's a legend, dude.
I love that dog.
He will.
Yeah, I
love
used to dog walk, dude. I used to change the people's dogs' names all to fat nose too.
Yeah, you might. Have you ever been tested for like autism, dude?
They put me in a handicap school in the 3rd grade.
Really?
I took a test. I failed it so bad they bust me across town. I'm not even kidding.
Jeez, man.
To a school called Paul C. Bunn. I was an hour across town on a bus, and I get there, and the principal was the guy from my drive-through. I'm like, yo, Ricky, what are you doing here? He's like, he was the principal of the school. It was
Jesus.
learning disability class.
Sure you weren't on like Shutter Island, dude?
I did. It was straight up handicap school. Everybody was in wheelchairs.
How
They
long were
couldn't
you
do
there?
Nothing. I ended up cheating and getting out of it actually, because dude, it was like one flew over the cuckoo's nest. I felt like I was on the only normal one in a way.
Yeah.
And dude, I was trying to get out of there, and they wouldn't let me out. And then I ended up cheating on a proficiency test and tricked everybody and got out. I couldn't believe it. The news cameras came to my house. You could look it up. They thought like I beat the learning disability or something.
They thought you beat retardation.
Yeah, they said I was learning disabled. You know when you're learning disabled, were you in learning disability class?
No, I could have been. If I was, I
Yeah.
wouldn't know, man.
They say if you're learning disabled, you get free college. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, dude, we could be in the loony bin right now.
Yeah. I haven't paid my taxes in 5 years.
Yeah, we think we're on a podcast, dude. We're actually like,
I want to blame my learning disability on not paying my taxes.
why?
Because it works. Nowadays everybody's got a
Oh,
disability.
you mean you like don't want to pay your taxes, like had a disability?
Well, I remember I went to the hospital one time and I had them fill out a job application for me. I was just too lazy to do it. And I have Medicaid. I went right to in Harlem, the main hospital. And I just told him, I said, I can't think, I can't read, I need this job, I'm learning disabled. And the lady sat down and did it all with me.
Dude, there's a comedian who died, bro. You know Eric Myers?
Yeah.
Dude, He got like hit by a bus or something. But
Damn, I didn't know that's what happened.
when I was in college, dude, I would always like cry laughing at his videos. And he used to have a joke where he was like, yeah, like in Maryland, there's like a law where like if you can prove to a court of law that you're retarded, they give you like tax benefits.
Wow.
Like you get government benefits. So he was like, yeah, I'm thinking about like trying it out.
That must be why it's so cheap in Vegas to get a lot of people do their taxes in Vegas. We should do it, man.
Yeah, but like in our head, like I'm just imagining like going up in front of a judge and like a jury and just like being as retarded as I possibly can.
You ever have to lie to a judge?
I've never been in front of a judge.
Oh, dude, I had to file bankruptcy once. I went to all these checking the cash places. I made like 10 grand in like 3 days. I just bought a couple cheap cars and took out loans on the titles. Dude, and these guys wanted to give me the loan so bad, I even copied the title on a scanner. And I go, listen, they're going to mail me the regular title. He's like, make sure you're honest. Gives me a loan at like 45% interest. But I got arrested, dude. I didn't know it was illegal to do that. I guess it was fraud. Dude, I had to go in front of the judge and be like, yeah, I didn't know that's wrong. And he's like, wait, you didn't know you could go to 14 different loan places? Take out a loan in one day.
Retarded.
He's like, you made copies that tell you signed paperwork telling the guy you didn't take out a loan. He's like,
dude, that's
come
like
on.
next level retarded.
Yeah. And I honestly just thought I found a loophole in society.
Yeah, dude, there is no loopholes, brother.
There's people that thought they had the Chase Bank loophole. Remember the young kids, 18, 19? They're like, hey, you know, if you only got $100 in the bank, you could still withdraw 300. It's like, yeah, buddy, you're overdrawing your account.
Yeah.
We should go to one of those Asian massage spas. I got busted, man. I got busted walking out of one, dude. A fan took a video of me walking out of one. Is that crazy? What's the odds? He messaged me. He's like, aren't you embarrassed to be caught walking out of one of these? I'm like, dude, I'm embarrassed when I'm waiting to go next. Like, are you kidding me?
He got a picture of you walking out?
Video, dude, walking out of an Asian massage spa.
You must be going a lot, man.
In Williamsburg. Nah, I mean, I went to like 17.
Yeah. You gotta slow down, dude.
Well, I'm done now. I found Jesus. I'm doing good.
Yeah, you found God, dude.
I've been reading the Bible, dude. My life's going right.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to screw up. You know, it's hard to, you know, one loophole, anybody that, you know what they do? They say, if you try to live right, the devil will try to get you. So when you start living right, the devil's so powerful, he'll just send a whore right to your house.
Yeah.
So, dude, I used to live right just long enough. You know, I'd be like, I just want to live right long enough that the devil gives me some temptation that I could fail God on. But now I'm trying to do better. I don't know. What about you? You religious at all?
Nah, man.
You ever think about
Pretty
it?
open-minded, though, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You do look open-minded. You
Yeah,
got
I mean,
that
like,
open
nothing
mind.
really throws me off anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even, like, if aliens came down and started fucking jerking off and shit, like...
Would you fight one?
No, dude.
You
You think I would fight an alien, dude?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
What about animals?
You talking about end of the world type shit?
Nah, just in general. Like you want, like if you know, would you ever fight? Have you ever fought an animal?
No, dude. I've never even fought a human.
Wow, dude,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
crazy.
I know, dude.
You know why? You look like you could take a punch.
Yeah.
I mean, it would hurt my hand. I feel like if I hit you.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if I like knew I had to like fight my way out of something, I'd probably just do something so random. I try to like break the simulation with something just fucking random as shit. You know what I mean?
It's a shame you don't fight because I think I told you this before. You got those real strong teeth. Didn't I tell you that? I mean, those things are in there. Like, dude, I know somebody could probably whale you with everything they got. A tooth ain't breaking. You're lucky to have those.
No, dude. I literally tried doing boxing, dude. And there was like this guy who like used to do MMA.
Yeah.
And he was literally like, all right, like he was like trying to show me how to throw an uppercut, and he was like, make sure you keep it tight.
Yeah.
And I fucking threw like the hardest uppercut I possibly could, dude. And I fucking punched myself right here,
Damn.
dude, and just like blacked out.
Man.
And he was like, dude, I've never seen that ever.
Man.
Like he was like, I've been doing this for so long and I've never seen someone do that.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah, I was seeing stars, dude. And then I started laughing and like,
Yeah, I boxed, man. I boxed for a long time. I remember when I first went down to the gym, the trainer was this cocky, arrogant dude. He wasn't even a trainer. He was actually a spit bucket guy for another world champ, and that was like his leverage. So I thought he was a world champ trainer. So I'm just wasting my time with this dude that don't know shit. And he's like, yeah, I got my buddy Jacob. You got to go against him first before you spar. He's a kid. He's going to kick your ass. And the kid's like 9 or 10 years old. I'm looking at him like, are you serious? Now the kid's ripped, jacked, you know, for real. Maybe he was like 11, farm boy. Like, dude, more muscle than me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, I was a little afraid. And he's like, yeah, you got to spar him. He goes, Jacob, take it easy on him. I'm like, bro, I'm like 16, 17. I'm pretty much a grown man. I'm like, I'm about to get my ass beat by this little fucking kid. I was scared, dude. My knee was shaking. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
And I beat the fuck out of him.
Jeez.
Dude, bad. And I didn't even let off a little bit. They were like, stop, dude. I have him in the corner and I'm wailing him, dude. Like his mother ran in the ring. She was talking all this shit. And dude, I still got like 2 or 3 more in.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. It was the best I've ever felt in my life. Like, I don't know if it was vengeance or what. But dude, I was like amped, man.
Just thinking about dogs' noses, dude.
I was leaving there. I was talking to girls when I left. I mean, I beat the fuck out of them.
You have retard strength?
Well, they had a whole towel. I broke his nose, everything.
So you have retard strength?
You know, I don't think I do, to be honest with you. I'm the opposite. I'm like retard weak.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I forget to think when I'm lifting.
Yeah.
Like there's times I'll be benching and one side will just go down. Because I'll start thinking about like, you know, whatever, eating candy or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I had retard strength growing up, dude. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, you're thick like that. You got the big shoulders.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's weird. Like, what is that, an XL? You really fill out a shirt. You're not
It's a
even
triple
fat.
XL, dude.
Dude, look at those shoulders, man.
What is it, triple XL, dude?
You're built like a mailman, too.
No, dude, I weigh like 230, bro.
You'd be a good mailman.
No.
You don't think so?
I mean, I'd love to do that, man.
All those mailmen got them broad shoulders.
Yeah, you got to be able to take on those dogs and shit, dude.
How good are you with zip codes?
I mean, I've never even thought about that, dude.
Yeah, good mailman knows zip codes.
Yeah, he knows, like, yeah. He's good with, like, GPS and shit. I'm not good with that
Well,
stuff.
they'll tell you, like, my buddy's a mailman. And I'll say, oh, this is my friend. This is Jessica. He'll be like, Aaron's? Jessica Aaron's? Are you 44516? And she'll be like, yeah.
A little bit of autism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I had, like, pretty bad retard strength growing up, dude. We used to do this test for football, and I, like, wasn't even really good at football at the time. Dude, you had to literally, like, you had to squat as much as you could.
Oh, yeah.
Bench as much as you could.
1,000-pound club.
Yeah, and then, like, you had to, like, hang clean as much as you could.
Yeah.
And, dude, like, I don't know what it was, man, but they were like, yeah, if you, like, make this lift, like, you'll be in a club that no one's ever been in. It was, like, 850 or something.
Yeah.
Dude, they put on, like, 400 on the squat bar. And I was like, dude, I'm going to die. Like, I'm literally, like, dude, I was, like, 17.
Man.
And, dude, they, like, load up the bar, and they're like, all right, man, like, just let it rip.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember getting to the bottom of the squad, dude, and I was like, oh, dude, I'm fucked. Like, I felt myself falling over.
Yeah.
And, like, adrenaline kicked in, dude, and I just, like, I was like, if I, like, fall, I'm going to die. Like, I'm going to break my neck.
Yeah.
And I just pushed it up, dude, and they were like, holy shit. But, dude, I couldn't walk for, like, a fucking week.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I wish I had that. I let this kid live on my front porch that had it. We grew up with him. His name was Crackhead Kenny. And, dude, I remember we had 135 pounds on the bench press. We're all working out with it, and he's struggling with it. He's like, put more on. And he's struggling more, and then he got it like 2 reps with like 155. He's like, that's it, man. But he would just lift all day. Like, we had jobs, and I had the weights on the front porch. I just let him move in on my front porch. He was living there. Him, his girl, they were staying on my porch for a few months. And, dude, he would just lift all day.
Yeah.
And, dude, we would change the weight. He would be struggling with 155 pounds. I'm not kidding you. We'd put every weight on, like a 300-pound Olympic weight set. And he'd still be banging them out the same as like 150.
Damn.
I've never seen nothing like it in my life.
Dude, the crazier thing is, like, kids who can only lift, like, 2 pounds, and then they go on the football field, and they're just fucking assassins, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, where's this coming from, dude?
That's that psychotic, that's that killer instinct.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They get it from their dad.
Yeah. Just spearing people, dude, and they can only, like, fucking curl, like, 5 pounds.
Yeah.
You're like, where's this coming from, dude?
Yeah, you know, I never really got into football because my neighbor, dude, And you know, he was something was wrong with him. He'd beat the shit out of his wife. When the Steelers would lose, he'd beat the shit out of his wife, Heather.
Yeah.
She'd have to come over our house, dude. For real, she'd come live with us.
Yeah.
Over a football game, and she was a nice girl. Like, so because of that, we seen it. Me and my brother, we didn't care about football, but we would be rooting.
That's the
for
reason
them
you didn't play football.
We used to watch every Steelers game just to know if she was coming over.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That's fucked, man.
Yeah.
And that's why you didn't play football.
I was just afraid of it. I'm like, dude, I never want to grow up and hit women and shit like that.
Wow, that's fucking
I thought
retarded,
that's what it is
bro.
because my dad never watched football.
Yeah.
He never once hit my mom.
Dude,
so
you could have been in the NFL, bro.
Probably. I mean, they say some short dudes nowadays that's better off. I could be maybe a wide receiver.
You could have been like a long snapper.
Yeah. A kicker.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd be a good kicker.
Something like that, dude.
I always wished I would have been.
You never knew like what could have happened, dude.
Well, I couldn't even play on the football team, dude. I wish I could have, man. I worked out with them for a little bit, and then the coach was just like, "Yeah," he goes, "Buddy, this ain't." He's like, "I want you to know you're not off the team because of your physicalities." I think I was like too dumb to play football, and I kept getting ringworm. I used to dig holes and sit in them when I was a kid, and dude, for whatever reason, they kicked me off the team.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude. I had a buddy who like couldn't play football. He was too retarded.
Yeah.
He was like this Guatemalan dude. They put him on offense, and he started tackling people, dude.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they do over there. Yeah, I remember, dude. I brought this girl to this hole I dug. She freaked out. I was just you want to go hang out in my hole? We were like 12, dude. She ran away crying. Her parents came over.
Damn.
I was like, I just wanted to hang out with her.
In the hole?
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
Just dug a hole in the woods. I used to sit in it.
Oh my god, dude.
That's what we did. We didn't have TikTok, man. We had our nuts, shovels. You know, what type of stuff did you play with as a kid? I used to jump up and down a lot.
Well, I was like big into sports, man, but I would just throw acorns at my neighbors' houses.
Yeah, I never got into sports or anything. Even watching TV.
I would always just take shits on my neighbors' porches and like throw acorns at their houses.
Oh, you were one of those pranksters like
Yeah,
that.
but I was like too dumb to light a fire, so I would like take a shit and like put it on their fucking windowsill, and then I would try to light it and it wouldn't light. So then like my shit was just chilling there for like.
I've had friends that would do that. I used to do the pranks like when I was with a girl, I'd make a face behind their dad, you know, to make the girl laugh. And I remember this girl, she introduced me to her dad, and then he turns around, and I'm all like, and she goes, well, why would you do that? You just made a face behind my father. I felt like the biggest dick, and I go to leave. I'm like, well, whatever, fuck you then. He's like, hey, don't talk to my daughter like that. I was a young 16-year-old kid, you know? And I go to leave, and my car didn't have reverse, and dude, I couldn't back out of the
You told me about this, dude.
I'm trying to push it, dude. You know, I should have married that girl, though.
Should have, man.
She's got a couple kids now. Any girl that gets involved with the PTA is good wife material.
It's a PTA.
Like a parent-teacher association,
Oh,
like
yeah.
they get in the school. Those girls don't really have time to go through your phone.
You're trying to go to like a town council meeting hammered or something?
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
You know, that would be the best. Imagine you had some kids in school and you start going to the school meetings and you meet the single moms.
Yeah. I would love to show up to a town council meeting just hammered and start screaming a girl's name.
Well, how long do you think you can...
Jennifer!
How long do you think you can get away with moving in a small town and just being a complete jackass? I mean,
Dude, that's how you get pussy in a small town.
Yeah, you're right, too. Get a Firebird.
Just fucking peel out in an Applebee's parking lot,
Yeah.
dude. Just cause like a 6-car pileup.
You always got some kid, Dad, you were never there for me.
Yeah, that's how you get pussy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just fucking Molotov cocktail, like a few fucking sheds.
Yeah.
Like, you got to do badass stuff to...
My uncle's the best person I know at getting girls. And he gets them. He's like, bro, he'll live with them, borrows their car. He just gets anything out of them, dude. Takes the money, steals money right from their purse.
Wow.
And he's always got a girl, man.
He's probably a good-looking guy, man.
Yeah, I think he's more of a talker. He used to install cable. He's like, bro, you won't believe how many girls you meet installing cable.
Wow.
And they're desperate, he tells me.
Jeez.
He goes, you know what girls would do for Disney Plus? You know?
That's how he's getting pussy, dude.
Yeah. And, dude, he bangs tons of girls. Bringing them
Selling
over.
Disney Plus, dude.
4 or 5 different girlfriends.
Yeah. I know a guy, when I was doing construction, they were like, this guy would like, and he like told me a story because we were carrying ladders.
Yeah.
And like he knew I was retarded, so he was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, like keep an eye out for the power lines,"
Uh-huh.
because he knew a guy who was carrying like 100-foot ladder and it fucking hit a power line, and the guy just got roasted. Dude.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
That's wild.
Yeah, he was like, because we were taking siding off my fucking mom's house, and he was like, "Yeah, like I want you to go up on this ladder and take off all the siding." And I was scared of heights, so I just called one of my friends. I was like, "Dude, can you come take off the siding?" But dude, that's fucking crazy, dude. Can you imagine like installing cable and one day you just get roasted?
Dude, yeah.
Trying to get pussy, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
And the dude was probably going through his phone or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we had all the illegal channels growing up. We knew somebody that burned one of them satellites.
You have like
dude.
HBO After Dark?
We had literally hardcore X-rated 400 porno channels.
Yeah.
Every single one.
I used to watch Sexo Urbano, dude, on HBO.
Yeah, those HBO shows had the little romantic twist to them.
Yeah, it was just like, it was in Spanish, dude, and it was just like a wicked hot dude, like talking to some chick about like seasoning and shit, and then they would just bang.
Yeah.
But like, dude, you couldn't see the vagina.
Oh,
Like they would
yeah.
so like they weren't even actually banging, they were just rubbing genitals.
Huh.
But you thought they were banging.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're saying you saw like the full thing?
Oh, dude, this was hardcore X-rated, like the shit you order. As kids,
Yeah.
we'd watch it for 5 hours straight.
Jesus.
I think it messed me up permanently.
Yeah.
On a big screen TV, we'd sit there eating cereal, just watching a girl get ruining her whole life. 7 dudes just fucking smacking her and spitting on her, and we're little
Yeah.
kids.
Jesus.
You know?
I didn't even know they had that back then, dude.
Dude, they did. It was pay-per-view. It was like, Vivid Entertainment. That was the name of it.
Yeah.
Dude, all those channels.
Holy shit.
It'd be like talk shows and game shows, and they made it fun. The next thing you know, somebody's banging.
Yeah. Damn.
One of those Johns.
Damn, I gotta check that out, dude.
Where do you think we could meet somebody's mom, dude? You know, I kind of miss dating mothers.
Yeah, I mean,
The
I've
best is when the baby dad, he's all bothered.
yeah, man, I feel like a lot of women are like divorced now, so I don't think it would be that hard. I mean, yeah, I just don't know where you would go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You probably have to go to a small town where a woman just got divorced and like a pretty large cash settlement.
Yeah,
Then you have to go to like a fucking Applebee's or something, dude.
get one of those girls just got out of a car accident
Yeah.
or something.
Some sort of like insurance claim or like divorce.
You know what it is right now, actually? What all my friends do is they do the income tax shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah, you got to find a girl with car seats. They'll sit outside the bar and look for the car seats. And when girls come out, they just start talking to them. Oh, this
Yeah.
you? Oh, this you? Because they know when you claim them kids on your income tax,
Yeah.
it's like $15,000.
Yeah, just get like a Subaru Forester with like 2 car seats.
Yeah, or dude, they go deep. They look for beat cars too, because they say if the car's real fucked up, you could just offer the girl like $300 because she's desperate.
Yeah.
Because girls need somebody social, because you got to show you make a certain amount of money.
I'm gonna crash it, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Is that the dog?
Yeah. Now we gotta wrap this up, dude.
All right, man. I had a blast hanging out with you, dude.
Yeah, man. It was good to see you, bro. I haven't seen you in like a year or
It's
something.
been a while.
Yeah.
We got one video goes viral 100 times a week now.
Yeah, man. Definitely. People always ask about you and stuff.
Breakline story. Do they come in and ask about me?
Yeah, man. I think you're the most viewed episode, dude.
Get out.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Make sure you drop my name, man.
What podcast are you doing now?
Tell
Do you
them
want
I'm
to?
single. I got a couple podcasts. I got Dry Salami podcast. I'm up to like 100 or 200 episodes or 150. And then I have Troublemakers podcast where I have guests on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, check out both those, y'all. You guys hear some more stories. I don't think that was recording. Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, we're good, dude. Yeah, well, thank you for coming, bro. Is there anything else you want to shout out, dude?
No, that's it, man. Follow me on Instagram, you guys. Dominic Leonelli on Instagram. Comment,
All right, brother. Thank you for coming, man.
Thanks for having me,
God,
bro.
it's good, dude.